All right, y'all, what's going on? Goofy Rexy here, and hope everybody is doing well. And yes, 2021 is coming to a close. And of course, as we like to do here on the channel, we always like to review the good, and then sometimes we also like to review a little bit of the bad as well. And in this video, guys, we're going to be talking about the 2021 biggest losers here in Marvel Strike Force. And I got a list here. I got a list that I want to go through, and I do have some commentary. I want to hear some feedback here. So I invited a guest on, a recent guest. You got or past guests here that we've seen before. How about we say what up to the people, Valley? How you doing, brother?
Woo! What is up, Goofy? What is up, people? Happy holidays. Hope you guys are doing well.
I'm doing well, man. How about you, man? How's everything going with you and the family?
I'm good. It's been a good holiday season. We've spent a lot of time together. We've saw Spider-Man last night, and I'm ready to see your list.
Yeah,
we've revealed my list on my channel. Yeah, and I know how awesome that is. I'm ready to see if your list if it stands up to mine or.
We'll
see though.
In fairness, I think overall, you know, we'll have to let you guys decide exactly whose list is better. Obviously, it's mine. But let's dive into it here. So this is gonna be in no particular order whatsoever, no particular order here. But the first character on my list that I wanted to talk about, this was a character that a lot of us were just like, we got to bring this character up. A lot of people were investing into this character, maybe not necessarily for her, but probably for her sidekick, right? Greg, right? Okay. So Hela was a much sought after character in the very, very beginning part of the year, man. And she was pretty much basically like, you got to bring her to Dark Dimension. She's a good character for your Mystic Doom raids. I mean, I was using her a lot, right? And then shortly, a few months in, man, we got Silver Surfer, and she kind of tanked after that. And then we got Kestrel, and then Kestrel just ate her lunch. I don't know, man. She just kind of completely fell off the list. And right now, I am not using Hela anywhere other than Blitz. I don't use her in War. I don't use her in raids. I don't use her for anything other than Blitz. And at the beginning of the year, she was a character that was still worth recommend for an upgrade. Like, what are your thoughts on Hela?
I would agree with her placement right now as where she is at the end of 2021. I don't really know where I use her. She's not an arena. She was at one time, but not anymore. She's not a viable raid character. We could argue the timing of that, because I personally, I wasn't using her in 2021, but I know some people were. Yeah. She's not. I guess she's just a Blitz character. I mean, even on War, she's like a place on other teams. The Asgardians haven't been a relevant War defense character team since the Symbiotes came out in late last year. So. Yeah, I would agree that she's not very relevant. My argument would be that I don't think I was really using her at the beginning of the year, but for some people, I know they were using her a lot, and they were using her as a solution to the Mystic Doom. So yes, for some people, I think this will be a good choice.
Yeah, I think for probably if you were in my boat, a lot of players who hadn't joined or gotten into Dark Dimension 4 as of yet, right? So we weren't able to get Doom. So a lot of us were using Hela as a Mystic option before we got Doom. So she was still very much relevant. And I know a lot of players still brought her into Dark Dimension because they were like, hey, you got Greg. Greg is amazing. If you could get the triple Greg, right? Yeah. But now it completely fall off the list, man. So
that Greg and all those Minerva. Well, if you get all those Gregs because of Minerva reviving, that's a fun time in Dark Dimension.
It's really cool if you can land the triple Greg. It's amazing. But yeah, now nobody really cares that much.
It's still cool, but yeah, there's cool. So much easier ways to do things now.
100%. All right, the next on my list here, I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I'm gonna put an entire team on this list.
Oh my goodness, this is 5 characters right here.
This is more recent, but I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I'm gonna talk about the entire Symbiote team. Where they were at the beginning of the year, one of the best teams right in the game. But then Doom Raids came around, and man, Doom 1.0, 1.1 really challenging with this team, but largely everybody was like, hey, still a very good raid team. But then the Axemen team came out and they were kind of dominating Ultimates 7.5, and then the Doom raids happened and then they weren't that good there. And but you're still your only options you had available for the bio section in those Doom raids. And then now, as we fast forward towards the end of the year, Web Warriors are here. And you can make a case, right? AV, anti-venom, anti-venom, as some of you guys call them. Symbiote Spider-Man still relevant, but for the most part, Carnage, Venom, Scream, this team has fallen off.
I would agree. They've fallen off. Yeah, we didn't really have a lot of great options in bio. There was the Symbiote. There was a couple other characters that you may or may not want to slot in, but yeah, these guys are being replaced. I mean, you could even make the argument now. We don't have that full Web Warriors team yet, but you could even make the argument right now that the ideal team for bio is Symbiote, Spider-Man, Anti-Venom, Spider-Gwen, normal Spider-Man, and Miles.
Right.
Not Venom, not Carnage, not Scream anymore. So even without the full Web Warriors team here, it doesn't look like the Symbiote is the best bio solution right now as we're talking. So I would agree with this list. I'd say you're getting a lot of those characters. You're getting 2 characters that are still kind of relevant in this entire team. Three of the 5, I would agree with you. 2 of the 3, I would question it a little bit. So
hey, we said
I get it.
We said
more over half of this team is not relevant.
we said the biggest losers. We didn't quantify whether or not it had to be one character each. We said the biggest, so the whole team goes on the list.
I said the biggest losers, the 5 losers. I didn't say if it's a character loser of team. So all right, I gave you a pass on choosing that, but 3 out of 5 is bad.
3 out of 5
2 out of 5 is okay.
2 out of 5 is okay. 3 out of 5 is bad. Now the next character on this list is this is gonna be a little bit of an overlap here, but it's Mr. Sinister. I just wow. Mr. Sinister, Doc Ock, Silver Surfer, Emma, and probably like Black Bolt were like the main arena team for a while, right? They kind of took over. That was the team that you could use to beat Black Order kind of consistently.
Dad Bros.
Yeah.
Dad Bros and Emma.
And there was Emma and Zemo, right? There was a lot of really good options here. And then Kestrel dropped and Mr. Sinister just went way down that list. He just fell off the map.
Kestrel said, "You Sinister.
Yes.
Your time is over in the meta.
It's done. It's a wrap. There's no relevance for you any sort of which way anymore." And I mean, even now, like somebody mentioned this the other day, like, well, if you look at Dark Dimension 5, I mean, you can still use Mr. Sinister in those global nodes. And I'm like, well, what for? I mean, everything's about raids now. You got to build for raids. There's really no reason to invest into Mr. Sinister anymore. He just fell off the map, man. And I mean, this is an overlap, I think, a little bit, right? But what are your thoughts?
This one makes me sad because a while ago there was a character, there was a list that I did of the future proof characters, the characters that are gonna be relevant for so long. I did not see a Kestrel mechanic coming in. They would stop that soon. I thought they would wait a little while to introduce that kind of mechanic that you can't have a summon. But yeah, Kestrel ruined Sinister. And because of his slow speed, even if he does get a clone on a non-Kestrel opposed team, is it even gonna be relevant because he's so slow? So he's fallen off. I'm so disappointed because I thought he would be there for a while because that clone mechanic.
Yeah,
you introduce a new meta. Oh, Sinister could clone him. You got that new meta on your team because you have a strong Sinister, but Kestrel kind of ruins that.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, I guess
his speed
is a problem. What's the speed, like 100? I think, right? I think that's what his actual speed is. So I mean, it's just not even relevant for that sake at all. I mean, and I was hoping that at some point in time that he would get some sort of a rework here, or maybe there would be a new team that he would be a part of. But listen, if there's a new team, I'll go back and invest into them. At least I've already brought him up this far. But as of right now, he's definitely fallen off that list. Where I'm concerned. Now, next character on my list here is going to be. I can't even find him. Where is he at right now? And it's Ultron. It's Ultron.
Ultron.
Sweet,
okay.
Sweet costume look. I like it. But at the beginning of the year, I feel like there was still a lot of really there were some players who were still saying, hey, Ultron is still good. If you don't have Doom, Ultron is good. And then there was the Red Stars that got released. And then we thought Ultron would make some sort of a resurrection here. And we tried, right? And I do know that there are some players who are having some success using them in these Doom raids, like these Doom 2 raids. But even then, I mean, it's hard to make a case for it without having the sufficient Red Stars available. And so for me personally, Ultron kind of just fell off because I still feel like he was usable at the beginning and part of the year, but after the resurgence with Doom and Doom just being so dominant or being the better character, right, in these Doom raids, I feel like Ultron just kind of just really tanked to fill off the list at that point in time.
I mean, I would say he fell off when Black Bolt came into the game.
Kind of a little bit, but yes.
But again, we're playing at different levels in the game, right? I'm noticing some of your picks, some older characters, Ultron, Hela, and that may be a place where you are in the game because our accounts are at different places. So for me, Ultron fell off before 2021 came around, but if you were going through the Dark Dimensions 2 and just getting him, I could see where he is relevant. Now, there is an argument that he is still very relevant because the word on the street is he is the tech raid solution, but I see you only have 2 red stars on him.
Yeah.
I think that's the problem. You need to have 5 and 6 red stars on him, and you'll be smashing the tech section of Doom. And so I think you just need to get more dark promotion credits.
Yeah, I mean,
you need to get your credit card, buy more promotion credits, and then he'll return to relevancy in the game. I think that's what all of our problems are with our Ultron.
Yes.
If he's not relevant, it's because he doesn't have enough red stars.
Yeah, it's basically if he doesn't have enough red stars, you need Visa and MasterCard. That's pretty much basically what it is. Maybe Discover. Maybe it depends.
It's the holiday season. It's the season of giving.
Season
give
of
to
giving.
Scopely, and they will give you back
sweet costume.
Some promo credits.
Sweet costume. I mean, I love the What If costume. I mean, it's sweet costume, but yeah, overall, I guess, yeah. So where I was at, I was using Ultron was still relevant, but not so much anymore. Now, this next one is probably going to be
not relevant.
Very controversial. Very controversial.
I love it. Who do you got?
It's the truth. Silver Surfer.
Oh, wait a minute. He wasn't even existent at the beginning of 2021. How can he be a loser?
He was released in February of 2021, and he's slowly falling off the map.
January 1st, he wasn't even in the game.
No, we're cheating this list, and that's what we're doing right now. Silver Surfer. Silver Surfer is the biggest loser ever since.
Biggest loser. Okay.
One of the biggest losers.
You gotta explain this to me.
So here's the thing. Silver Surfer got released, and he pretty much basically began this power leap, right? Of these characters, and then Kestrel got released after that. Kestrel was a better character. A lot of us try to fight it. Kestrel was overall a better character than Silver Surfer, but Silver Surfer is still largely being used in these Doom raids. But then as time has sort of continued to go on here, now we have a new Eternals team that's kind of just shipped them kind of way behind. I don't know many players that are still using Silver Surfer. I mean, somebody told me the other day there were two or three players that reached out to me and said, yeah, man, out of the one core deal, I got Silver Surfer. I got 100 shards of Silver Surfer.
Nice.
It was. They were like, yeah,
I'm jealous of it.
They were like, yeah, but it didn't really matter because I'm not really using Silver Surfer anymore. And in fairness, I looked at my roster and I'm like, where am I using Silver? What am I using him for? War. I'm only using Silver Surfer in War. And when I look at when I look at my roster, and I say to myself, I'm only using a character in War. That's kind of where the characters kind of fell off the map for me. I don't use them in raids. Use Eternals and New Warriors. I mean, I'm not using them really in arena. He's not. Yeah, you could probably use them in a comp to beat Infinity Watch, but for the most part,
I don't know. I don't even know about that.
It's Eternals and Zemo and it's like, so. I mean, for the most part, the Silver Surfer, in my opinion, has kind of. I know he wasn't released at the beginning of the year. He wasn't around at the beginning of the year, but for me, he's fallen off the map just because of the other characters that have been released. Kestrel, New Warriors, and then most recently Eternals. That he's kind of just fell off the map for me.
All right. Well, let's cheat on this one a little and say that the beginning. Let's say that where he was when he was released instead of at the beginning of the year, where he was when he was released and where he is now. I would agree with his value right now. He's not relevant in arena. He's not used in raids. He's a war character, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah,
that's pretty much where he is. Right. Where was he before though? And when he was released, was he an arena character?
Yeah. He was.
Possibly. I mean, when we seen this shift happen there,
because Black
he
Order
was in arena, and that's the kind of when Black Order started to fall off. We see some different comps, so he kind of was an arena character. We didn't have any sections, any good solutions for Mystic. We have a bunch of solutions in Mystic now, so he was a part of that Mystic team. Yeah, and then he was also always relevant in War. So, I guess you could say that he has fallen off. He's definitely not as usable. I wouldn't say he's a bad character, but as far as his use, it has fallen off a lot. Now, kind of like some of these other characters, though, I hate seeing him as an enemy in the raids.
Right.
Because he's so strong. He's
very strong in raids. Yeah. And you can't land buffs on him.
Not as much on my team, but when he's on the enemy team.
You can't land any buffs on him. I think another reason why I think he's kind of fallen off is probably even I was considering for Dark Dimension. But then you have this, right? That's kind of
for Phoenix.
You need Phoenix. Phoenix is still a good character for Dark Dimension, I think. And and then you also have Icarus, right? So you have Icarus now that's kind of going to take precedent over for that gear too. So
that's what you use it on.
It's like
not on Silver Surfer.
Not on Silver Surfer, guys.
You're using Icarus.
You're using it on Icarus.
Everything for Icarus.
It's unfortunate for me to say this, but I feel like Silver Surfer is one of the biggest losers this year, just because he's still like individually great character, but with regards to who else you have to pick from, it's not the best option.
All right. I think what you're saying is true. I'm not gonna say. I don't think I'm ready to put him in the biggest loser category of 2021. I think there's a lot of characters that fell off way harder than him, especially with my definition starting at January 1st. But I get what you're saying. I agree. He's not usable. He's not as usable as he was.
We can't agree on everything, guys. That's not what this list is about. We can't agree on everything.
We don't want to agree on everything. What fun is that?
Exactly.
Like, oh yes, I agree with you. Let's move on. Oh, I agree with this one too. No, it's fun when we don't agree.
Absolutely is. And then I have 3 honorable mentions here that I want to talk about. I'm going to mention them,
who you got?
And then we can talk about them later. So Black Bolt is an honorable mention for me.
I agree with that.
Thanos is also another honorable mention for me as well.
Yeah.
And then this one, it's just unfortunate. He's all the way down here for me. Red Guardian.
Did he really fall off? Oh,
Red Guardian.
That's Vidania, Alexi.
Yeah, that one got rough. Red Guardian was a recommended skill Doom Raid character. Captain Sam Secret Avengers got released. I mean, I don't think there's anybody really building him up anymore. Let me just
say this about Red Guardian, though. There's 2 pre-taunt tanks, Drax and Red Guardian. Red Guardian is still the best pre-taunt tank in the game.
Yeah, he is. And technically, to a certain extent, Bishop, too. And Bishop is a pre-taunt, but he's not a protector. He's not a protector, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean,
he's one of the better ones.
He's one of the better ones. But yeah, Red Guardian fell off the map. I think Black Bolt, obviously, that one, I mean, just power creep like crazy. And Thanos was a phenomenal, really good battery. But I think
Thanos should be higher in your list.
Thanos probably should be.
That is for you guys to decide.
Let you guys decide where that is, guys. But I feel like overall the list was. My list was pretty damn good. I feel like it was still better than your list. I mean, I know you guys decide. You decide.
You decide. I think my list is better. Goofy, you're gonna think your list is better.
Of course it is.
But it's not for us. You guys decide. And when you guys decide, go back to my video and let me know why my list is better.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. First of all, if you guys don't feel like sharing that his list was better in public because he may feel some type of way about it, you can feel free to DM me and message me, guys, on Discord. It's okay. I know we got to protect feelings here.
Just do it. No, we don't. We were talking about that before. We don't need to protect feelings. We're good.
We need to protect feelings.
We got thick skins.
Absolutely, we do. But no, I do like your list. I think that there's some other characters that we probably could have talked about as well. Curious to see what the hell is going to happen in 2022. And what characters are going to be coming there, and what characters are going to fall off the list, man. That's kind of just what happens with this game now.
Buy DC and Superman's coming to Marvel Strike Force.
Yeah. We might maybe one of these days there might be a crossover where that's concerned. But listen, go check out Valley's video. Want to know what you guys are thinking about that list, man. And we got to make sure that we start doing these collaborations a little bit more often, man. Appreciate you being on the channel.
Get your schedule fixed.
Yeah, it's really my fault, guys. It's actually really my fault. But listen, appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Go check out Valley's video as well. Appreciate the heck out of you guys. And until next time, y'all be blessed. Y'all be safe.
Falling for you. I hate to say